Actually falls today, and over the weekend hundreds of supporters gathered to celebrate at Bradwell on the banks of the River Blackwater. That's where the radio ship is currently anchored, and a surprise guest on board made it a very special occasion for the fans. David Jennings joined them.
From the MV Ross Revenge, this is Radio Caroline.
Radio Caroline, still making music after 30 years. The sightseers came in their hundreds. For supporters of the radio station, this was a weekend mainly to reminisce, but also to look forward. Volunteers have rebuilt and re-equipped the radio ship. Caroline's back on the air with recorded programmes transmitted from Ireland at weekends on shortwave. There's still a sense of adventure for the people living and working on the Ross Revenge. But where once the crew would have been seen as pirates, today they've turned tour guides, showing round the lucky fans who got on board. For them, this was an opportunity well worth waiting 30 years for.
Well, I was already made aware that it's not a luxury liner that we're on, and there's a lot of rust and dust and oil around. But I'm quite surprised how comfortable it seems to be. I was looking at the living accommodation, and I wouldn't mind staying out here for a few weeks.
Disc jockey Barry Lewis certainly isn't complaining about life on board.
Oh, usually the atmosphere is pretty good. It can be very quiet sometimes midweek when don't have lots of visitors and everyone, you know, just be a couple of us on board cleaning and generally maintaining the ship and doing a few programs here and there, but generally at the weekends it livens up a bit.
This special weekend saw the arrival of a team from Southend-based Breeze AM broadcasting their own 30th anniversary tribute to Radio Caroline. But how confident can we be there'll be a 40th or even a 50th anniversary?
Well, I'm totally confident. It's an organisation which it's self-regenerating. I mean, if I walk away from it, someone else will take over. It just goes on. I mean, in 1967, people told us it was all over. In 1980, they told us it was all over when we lost one of our ships. Then, of course, we were shipwrecked in 1991. It looked like it was all over, but we're still here, clearly.
And so's the man who started it all, Ronan O'Rahilly. His unscheduled arrival made him very much the star of yesterday's celebrations. Much has changed since those pioneering days of 1964. What hasn't changed is Caroline's special link with the eastern counties.
This whole area has meant so much to us. I mean, all kinds of help. I mean, from boatmen, from individuals of all kinds, supporters, fan clubs, the whole lot. They've all been fabulous, and especially all the people who, you know, maintain and supported the thing over the years.
The Caroline studios go live off Essex again in mid-May. The Ross Revenge will move to a temporary new home at Burnham, leading up to June's South East Boat Show. Short-term broadcasting licenses linked to special maritime events could play a big part in Caroline's future. With Caroline, though, it pays to expect the unexpected. Whatever the next 30 years hold, it won't go quietly.